Welcome to Empties for the month of July. The last Empties video I shared with you covered the months of May and June. So we are only covering 1 month. As always, links to everything that I share with you today will be in the description box below today's video. I always encourage you to click on the very top link, which is the corresponding blog post and always your easiest place to shop from. As always, I share all outfit and beauty details in the description box as well. So if you see something you like, my outfit, accessory, my lip color, I share it all. I even share what undergarments I wear underneath the clothing pieces that I put together. So without further ado, let's dive into the products and items that I used up or I am just getting rid of for the month of July. Starting with beauty products, I have a travel size CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. Wasn't really crazy about this. I like a little bit more lather to my cleanser, so it's not something that I would prefer, but I will say that CeraVe is a fantastic line and it is drugstore. Always on repeat, and something that I would recommend is the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelette Singles. I always keep these little singles on hand. As you know, if you follow me closely, I remove my makeup when riding as a passenger, when Paul is typically driving. When we are coming home from someplace, if I had makeup on, I carry a caddy or a bucket or a case, and I remove my makeup and do my whole PM skincare routine on the way home because we're early birds, and typically if we're doing something in the late afternoon, or I should say evening, I know that as soon as I get home, I am ready for bed. So it's been something I've done forever, and it's been great. So I always keep these little singles on hand. They are also great for traveling, which we are currently on a family vacation, and these are very handy. I always pack additional ones for the girls because they may need them. And whenever my daughter comes home from New York City, I always have a cute little dish where I put these little singles in. I did share a video maybe about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, how I set things up when we are hosting overnight or extended stay guest, or if my daughter is coming home. I will have that video linked in the description box so you can check it out to give you ideas if you're going to be hosting overnight or extended stay guest or your adult children come home. Long-winded, but definitely recommend these. They are always on repeat. A favorite product, but I did not replace, is the Elemis Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm. This is a beautiful cleansing balm. I highly recommend, but I decided to give the Pond's cleansing balm a try after many people told me how wonderful it is and its drugstore price. And I will share with you, I am very pleased with it, and I'm going to continue to save myself a little bit of money and continue to purchase the Pond's. If someone gifts me the Elemis, that will be a special treat, but I'm very happy with the Pond's. I will have the Elemis cleansing balm linked. I will also have the Pond's Pro-Collagen, or I'm sorry, the Pond's cleansing balm linked as well. 2 Cetaphil moisturizing lotions. One is an empty for me. I do use this on the body, and I mix my supple skin oil from L'Occitane with it. It is beautiful. This is a wonderful body moisturizer, and Paul uses this daily on his face. This product has been recommended or was recommended by my dermatologist for the face, even though it's for body. He shared that if you have really dry skin or if you're using active ingredients that can dry out the skin, this is a wonderful product. So lots of purposes. If you just want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and I don't mean that literally, you could purchase the Cetaphil moisturizing cream and you could cover face and body. So wonderful product, definitely recommend. Always, always on repeat. So many years of purchasing this product, the Mederma Advanced Dry Skin Therapy Facial toner. Absolutely love this product. You will see it in every skincare video I have ever done. Would highly recommend this toner, and I love the pump on the top so that you can use your little cotton pads. Very easy breezy, such a great product. I have a couple of products that I cut open and scraped out. I will put the beauty scraper that I use. I will have that be your very top link below so that you can get to it. I typically share it every single month, but here we have the Neutrogena Invisible Daily Defense Lotion. This is broad spectrum SPF 30. This is a great SPF. I don't like my SPF to be greasy or oily because I apply it once to twice per day because I walk, and even if it's cloudy, it does not matter. I always apply it. The only time I wouldn't is if I do a really early morning walk or run. A lot of our walks take place in the evening, and I just put a very heavy application of SPF on. So this is a fantastic one because it's not greasy, there's no scent. I do absolutely love the Supergoop SPF 50. That is what I have with me on vacation right now that I've been taking to the beach and using as well when I walk. I will have that one linked as well because it's fantastic. It's a much bigger tube, and I knew that I needed a really good supply, so I will share that one. Also, I just recently did a video where I shared recent purchases with you, items that I had picked up for a vacation. I do share that sunscreen in that video. If you haven't watched that video, there's a lot of great items in there, from fashion, accessories, home, supplements. So while it's a lot like my Empties videos, it's all new purchases. So you're going to see some new things that I brought in many different categories. And I do have that Supergoop linked in that, and I talk about it in that video. Another SPF, this was like a little sample. It may have came in a little kit. It's by SkinMedica, which would be a pricier line, so it's really not necessary. There's so many great drugstore priced sunscreens out there, but I did love this one. I would definitely recommend it. Not greasy at all. It's the Total Defense Repair. So there's some there's some ingredients in it to help with aging as well and repair of the skin. So great product by SkinMedica. I'm sure it's quite pricey though. Here we have an empty. This is the Med Pride number 10 scalpels that I use to dermablade my face. I have been doing this for quite some time. I do have a tutorial where I walk you through how I go through the process. I'll have that video link, but I used up my last one. How many come in here? Let's see. I don't know. Anyway, I just purchased a whole entire box because I used the last one. I would say that I replace this about once a month, and I typically dermablade one time per week. Moving on to some makeup items, I have the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Lip Liner Pencil in the shade Muse. Now Muse has been, and actually this pencil altogether I believe has been discontinued. It's been upgraded to a new version. I believe it's called the 2.0, and it's a retractable, where the old lip contour pencils by Huda Beauty you sharpened, which is actually my preference. This is a fantastic line. When they discontinued this, I stocked up. I literally bought a ton because I do go through this, I go through this lip pencil very quickly because I don't actually line my lip with the Huda Beauty. I don't have my Palladio, I don't have an empty of that, but I always line my lips with Palladio, which is drugstore. It will be linked in the outfit and beauty section because that's what I have on my lips today. But I outline with the Palladio because it's a little bit drier. And when I outline, I don't want to use a moisturizing lip pencil because I don't want it to bleed. So I love the Palladio. Then I fill in, actually I take that back. Today I am using MAC Soar. I think it's Soar. MAC Sore. I'll have them all linked because I love the Palladio, but I believe today I outlined in MAC Sore, which is another great one that is not great for filling in. It's perfect for outlining. The Palladio is perfect for outlining. The Huda Beauty is very moisturizing. You literally could wear it as your lip color and it would be more matte and it would stay moisturized all day. That's what I use this product for. The upgraded version, which is I believe called Naked Pink, which is the same exact shade as Muse. It's just, again, their reinvented one. Same thing. It's very, I purchased one even though I had all of these stocked up just to see if it was the same, so that when I talk about it, I know what I'm sharing with you. And I assure you, the Naked Pink or whatever, Natural Pink, whatever I put in the description box is the same as Muse, just in a retractable. Very moisturizing, only use it to fill in the lips. So I do go through it really quickly because you're filling in that whole lip, but it's such a great product and it's a perfect color for me. I would say it's more cool tone, which is going to be more flattering for me. There's many shades in a warm tone, so there's definitely something for you. Sticking with Palladio though, I do have an empty favorite lipstick that I love by Palladio in Shirley Pink. I don't know if you can tell, but I took my beauty scraper and I scraped it out and I put it in this little pan that I have that's like an old trio lipstick. It had 3 lipsticks in it from probably 20 years ago from MAC, and I just refill the little containers whenever I have to dig out an old lipstick. I have, I think, a couple of these, probably 2 or 3, because I would never want to be without it. Drugstore priced, super great texture, very hydrating, just a lovely lipstick. I have a couple of different colors of the Palladio lipstick, but Shirley Pink is like an everyday one that gets a lot of use. I don't have it on today, but I wear this shade often. I do have it packed with me on vacation here, so yeah, this is a great one. A long-lasting eye pencil that I use every single day without fail is the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. This is retractable and it's empty. The only place that I use this eye pencil is to tightline my upper inner lid. That's the only place that I use it. Have used it for years, drugstore price, highly recommend. I really believe that all women of all ages should tightline their upper lid. What it does is it makes you look more like you have mascara on, and it makes the lashes look darker. It's just a very flattering look. So if you're not doing it, there's a beauty tip. And if your eyes water at first when you try it, trust me, you'll get used to it. A brow pencil that is always on repeat. I always have a couple of these in the can, and when I emptied this, I looked and I had another one and I had an additional one after that. Never want to be low on these. It's by Benefit, precisely my brow pencil in shade 3.5, must have. Using it today. Now I do have really nice long lashes, really nice long lashes. The problem with my lashes is there's no curl to them. They are poker straight. So while I have nice lashes, they're just straight out. And unfortunately, all of my girls got the same thing. So they all have nice lashes. You just can't really tell that someone has nice lashes when they just go straight outward. I think even short lashes are beautiful if they just have that natural curl. The reason my lashes are so long is because I use Latisse, and I have for years. I use it almost daily. I may miss a day here or there, only one time per day. And it makes my lashes really, really long. Definitely recommend Latisse if you are looking into something. I know there's other products out there. Just so you know, I would have no reason to quit using Latisse because I love it. and it's been really performance-based for me. I know McKenna uses a lash product of some sort to grow her lashes. I can't remember what it is. I've never tried it because I'm not typically one to try something else unless it's sent to me to try or gifted to me. If I like something. So that's just kind of the type of person that I am, and no shame in that whatsoever. It just shows how loyal you can be. Now, when I filmed this video, it was prior to leaving for vacation, and a couple of days before we left on vacation, I got a lash lift and tint. I'm sure that by now, by the time this video publishes, I've probably talked about it on Instagram stories, so hopefully you've caught it there. You need to be watching every day or you may miss something. It will be my first experience getting it, so when I film this, I really don't know what my thoughts are because it's the first time, but I thought it would be great for vacationing. I've done lash extensions before because I think they're beautiful on people. They weren't beautiful on me, and it makes complete sense they wouldn't be because I have lashes that go straight out. So when I had the longer lashes, they just kind of went straight out. I didn't get the effect that most people do. So I just wasn't a good candidate for that, but that's why I thought lash lift, where they actually curl your lashes, and then to have the tint as well would be so nice to have some low maintenance to my routine while on vacation. So again, hopefully you've caught anything I've shared on that. Because yeah, who knows? I don't know at this point, but anyway, definitely recommend Latisse. Broke a hair clip. I periodically do because sometimes when I do my morning workout, I will clip the back part. I'll put my hair all up in like a pony or like a little top knot or whatever. Not that I have a lot to top knot, but then little hairs will fall out. So I'll put a clip in, and then sure enough, when I lay on my back to do either my butt bridges or my ab work, I will forget and I will break one. So we have a broken one here, but I have plenty of these. And it is something that I always take extra when I travel if the kids need them. And I also do put down in the spare bedroom for when company comes. So again, watch that video, but yep, gotta have these. Emptied a favorite shampoo, the K-PAK Reconstructing Shampoo. Absolutely love this product. My hairstylist turned me onto it many years ago. She uses almost all JOICO products, and she always uses the K-PAK line to wash my hair and condition my hair when I go in for a hair service of some sort. Pretty much every single Empties, you will see a toothpaste. It's usually Crest or Colgate. I've shared many times. I'm not fussy. Paul picks up our toothpaste, I believe at Sam's Club, not really sure. And this is the Crest White in Vivid Mint, and it works. What I am very picky about is my teeth whitening, and if you've been watching and following for a long time, you know all about my Opalescence Go teeth whitening system. We have 2 boxes here. Don't know why I went through 2, but I think because Paul, now that he's done with Invisalign and his bottom braces, he is starting to whiten his teeth. So 2 boxes are empty. Fantastic line. I typically use these teeth trays once, usually twice per week, but sometimes once. It all depends on filming. On days that I film, I typically always whiten my teeth. So 1 to 2 times per week. All right, we have some self-tanning products because I am a huge self-tanner. This one is the VITA LIBERATA 2 to 3 week tan mousse. I believe this little one here came with like a full size something. It was fantastic. I'm sure it's pricey, but worked great. The other one that I emptied that is just amazing is the Saint Tropez Bronzing Mousse Self-Tan in Extra Dark. Now there's a regular bronzing color. This is an extra dark, and it does get you savage tan, so bear that in mind. Pick your poison. But they both work fantastic. Now, when I ran out of these, I decided to try the Tanned AF. Tanned as you know what. I think it's by B-Tan. I will have it linked. I did talk about it in my recent purchases video. I did pack that for vacation, but again, I filmed this before, so not sure if I used it. I really didn't know what I'd be doing for self-tanning. And to be honest with you, when I film this video, it's the week leading up to leaving. I have a spray tan appointment scheduled this week that I can go to or I can cancel. I will do that sometimes just in case, because I haven't made up my mind, but I want to get that appointment scheduled to make sure I'm in the books. I scheduled it months ago, so not sure if I used it or not because I do so much self-tanning. A lot of it, I think the reason that I thought have it scheduled just in case is when you're getting ready to leave for a vacation, you don't often know how busy your week is going to be, and that's why I wanted it. So not sure at this point if I used it or not. And not really sure at this point what I did while on vacation, but I also had a spray tan scheduled for about the midway point of the family vacation. One where I could keep or cancel. Not sure yet on that either because again, this was filmed ahead of time. But anyway, back to these products, both great, but I will have the B-Tan linked because it's been really great. It's been a great performer. And again, talked about it in the recent purchases video. Here's another dandy. This is a gradual self-tanner. Of course, it's all cut open. It is do I even need to take it out? It's been on repeat several times this year. A little bit pricier gradual self-tan, but one that I love. Well, geez, in here is the Jergens. So I talk about the Jergens Natural Glow 3 Days to Glow in Medium Tan will be linked. That's the one I've used for years. It's actually my favorite gradual self-tanner because I believe it gives you the deepest color and it's very affordable. So it is the one I go through the most because of the price point. And really, it's my favorite. It'd be like if they still use Holy Grail or Ride or Die as your product, that would be the Jergens. The problem with the Jergens is it does leave more of a funkier odor later on in the day than some of the other ones. That's why I love this Luxe Unfiltered because it's very pleasant, it dries really fast, and I can get ready later that day and I don't really have to worry about having a funky scent to my skin later in the day, even if I'm in the heat. So I packed a brand new tube of this for vacation because I know that this would be a go-to. And then the other item, what a mess, that I have in here is the Body Blur, which would be like a skin bronzer makeup almost, really. And I shared recently on Instagram stories how my feet are always white. It's just really hard to self-tan your feet. And especially when you work out as much as I do and walk as much as I do, and your feet are going to get sweaty in this heat and humidity where I'm walking at 90 some degrees. So it'll wear off. I love the Body Blur for the days that I get ready, that I'm going to be wearing some type of sandal or open shoe. And I use that Body Blur with a beauty blender type sponge to kind of color almost like a foundation the tops of my feet so they match my legs, and it works beautifully. If you go to Instagram stories and you go to the highlight sunless tan or sunless tanning, I share all of these products in there and how I use them, and I talk about the Body Blur and I show an image of 1 foot done and 1 foot not and how I use it. So check that out. My Instagram stories highlights are great because there's a bubble for every single item and I share all of my favorite products. So if you ever want to know what a favorite of mine is or something I use, just go to that Instagram highlights. Also, if you go to the Tracy Hensel website, I'll have it linked below. You can go to the top toolbar where it says shop my random recommendations. It'll all be categorized. I just recently did a what's in my beach bag or beach bag essentials. So check that out. But I do have a whole self-tanning one, a fitness one, everything that I use in all different categories. You don't want to miss that. I go through gloves like crazy when I'm self-tanning. So I will link the ones that I typically get. This box here is not the line that I normally get. This is a vinyl one, and I use a like a nitrile latex free. I have a favorite one. I don't know where. I actually think this box came from My fourth daughter, Carly, she worked for DoorDash for a while. And when COVID was really strong at the beginning, DoorDash provided her with all sorts of things, including a box of gloves, and she ended up giving them to me, and then I'm like, sure, I can use them for self-tanning. Moving right along, we have a Gillette razor refill, the little cartridge. I share this every single month. I change my cartridge every 3 weeks. I basically, I put it in my task list, my Google Tasks at one point, and then I set it to show up every 3 weeks. So every 3 weeks, when I get up and I look at my task list for that day, it will say change razor cartridge or refill it. And then that morning, I will put a new cartridge in, and then I will move that task. I will edit the task for 3 weeks later. So that's my system, because you know I'm a systems girl and have a system for everything. By the way, talking about systems, don't forget to, I am sure many of you already have watched last week's video where I talk about 10 best practices that those that manage their weight or maintain their weight window or maintain their goal weight put into practice. So 10 best practices. If you've missed that, you must watch it, even if you're not there yet. Even if you're in weight loss mode, this video is for everyone, and you'll hear why when you listen to the message. But I talk about systems in there, so I have a system for replacing my razor cartridge. Let me know in the comment section below if you have a system for putting a new razor in your shower, if you have some type of system, or how you know and how often you do it. I would love to know, so do tell. Okay, moving on. Poise Impressa bladder supports. Emptied a couple of boxes. You better believe that I packed these for vacation. I share all the time why I use them, when I use them, how I use them. Don't need to go into that, but here's 2 empty boxes. Emptied some Kleenex hand towels. These are very handy to have on hand. I have shared that especially post-COVID, which some people would say, is it post-COVID? It's all how you want to look at it. I mean, I had COVID, almost the whole month of June, but let's hope it's post. That was a doozy. But anyway, although we, in our powder room, we have a hand towel, I set a box of these out anytime I'm entertaining, even if it's just my kids, just for comfort levels. If I'm hosting a more fancier get together, and what's fancy, but you know, a couple weeks ago, or probably, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I hosted a birthday party for my business manager, Haley. And I think a week before that, or 2 weeks before that, we had McKenna and Bobby's wedding at our house. I don't leave this box out. I actually take a bunch out and I just put them, I lay them nicely in like a little pretty metal like napkin thing that's a little bit more decorative. But these are really handy. I also purchased a box of these to take on vacation to our Airbnb and have sitting out in the kitchen area. So if anyone just needs something real quick, they can get to it. We have some office paper for copy paper, printing paper. Paul takes care of purchasing this. All I know is we probably have 10 of these bundles, so he must buy in bulk. Not sure where he'll handle that link, but anyway, emptied a package. Also, lighter clicker is out. These, of course, you always have to have several on hand, and yeah, can't be without it. I even like the ones that are bendable. We have one of those as well, which is great for candles. So I will have a couple different styles linked below, because you don't want to be without these. So this is something to stay stocked up on. Always have at least 1 or 2 in the can, because there's nothing worse when they go out and you don't have one. Favorite pen by Zebra. Always in the blue ink, but also available in the black ink in the 1.0, which is my favorite point. This will be linked. Something that I shared in my recent purchases video is Target was running a sale on our favorite sheets. So we picked up a couple new sets. So here's the old ones. I just actually stuffed them in the Target bag that the new sheets came in. So these are the old sheets. Just thought I'd share. The new ones, these sheets will be linked. What's funny is these are still fairly clean because I can literally smell bleach, which is a good thing, I am getting rid of a couple of pair of leggings that I just do not like on me. I think I got these through Fabletics. I worked with them once, and they gave me like a budget to pick out items. And I don't like any leggings that feel like it pulls in the crotch area. Like you can never fully pull them all the way up. It just kind of droops. It's the crotch area is just too low, if you know what I mean. And these are just that way. I just can't. Can't do it. Also some pajamas that are just old and raggy. I have plenty of pajamas. You know my love for the Tommy Johns. I will have those linked, but you can go to my Instagram highlight and go to the sleepwear bubble, and I will have everything in there. And you can also go to the Tracy Hensel website, and it'll say random recommendations. There's a whole post just on my favorite sleepwear. So maybe I'll just direct you there so you can see the different ones. But I just didn't need... it was time. Purge, because those ones are old from Victoria's Secret, and I really just don't like them. They're not like the lines that I wear now that wash up so nicely. They dry well. They don't shrink. I'm all about performance. All about performance. All right, moving right along to supplements. Many of you are aware that I don't sleep the greatest. Now, let me just say, before you diagnose me and prescribe to me, you'd be amazed how many people tell me what to do about my sleep problems, and it's never for what I really have. I fall asleep very easily within seconds. Let me repeat. I fall asleep within seconds. I wake up several hours later. So it's the middle of the night. I also sleep well in the third sleep cycle, which is the one prior to waking up in the morning. So it's the middle of the night sleep cycle, very common in perimenopause. Almost all natural products and pharmaceutical products that help with sleep are to get you to sleep. I produce melatonin. All the little foo-foo stuff that's out there, I produce that, so I don't really need it. I have probably tried everything. I really believe, and I don't even mean from things that I take, from tea to different supplements to, I've tried different things. I will share with you the best results out of everything I've tried is working with a breath coach. When I was working with my breath coach and I was doing my breathing practice, and I did the breathing practice prior to going to bed, I had the best results. So that's probably what I need to do. But after trying everything else, the CBD, the CBG, you name it, if you're thinking it, she's done it. I went to cannabis, which I think is THC, I believe is what that is, THC. I tried this. They're wild berry, so they're cannabis-infused gummies, or some people call them edibles. These have 5 milligrams of THC. Yeah, and I've tried half, which would be 2.5 milligrams. I've tried 5. I've tried doubling. I've tried 1 hour before going to bed, 45 minutes before going to bed, 2 hours before going to bed, right at going to bed. No, didn't work. And I didn't even get the feel-good feeling. I'm like, this will probably at least make me feel a little like in a good, nice, calm state of mind. This could be really nice. But I don't have a problem getting to the calm state of mind because I go to sleep easy. So, nope. Just another one bites the dust, right? Another one bites the dust. What can you say? I had good intentions. Okay, blood sugar support, always on repeat. I take this when I'm going to have a celebratory meal or something from the standard American diet, which is probably what you're on. I used to be on it too. It's okay. It's all good. Tastes good. Not these. I mean the standard American diet, which is what I eat when I'm having a celebratory meal, which is only 1 or 2 days a week, but I'm on vacation when this video comes out, and I can assure you I'm eating standard American diet and celebrating a lot, like the whole vacation. Okay, 60 billion probiotic, always on repeat. Citrusel, slow release calcium, always on repeat. Apple pectin, which was recommended by my functional practitioner just to get that extra fiber in. I take 2 of these per day, which is 1,400 milligrams. Dandelion root, be careful. This is a diuretic, but it is wonderful if you did take a celebratory meal. If you eat standard American diet, you probably don't get inflamed. You probably don't know what retaining water is because you're always retaining water when you eat standard American diet. When you eat clean, there is a downside. There's a lot of perks to eating clean, but when you do eat anything, 3 bites in of a standard American diet, meal, snack, dessert, whatever, 2 sips of wine, when you're a clean eater like me, you start to retain water immediately. People are shocked. People are shocked when I show them, look at my feet, look at my hands, and they're like, you took 2 bites of nachos. I'm like, I know. That's what happens to clean eaters. So dandelion root is really great maybe the next day to just speed up the process of getting that water weight off. There's no fast track. I mean, this helps, but people want it off really fast. And like I've shared many times, don't be in a rush to weigh yourself. It takes a couple days. I have found the older I've gotten and being perimenopausal, it's much more amplified. Okay, all the things that I had maybe when I was younger, when I first started eating clean, are much more enhanced and amplified. That's okay. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Anyway, dandelion root is great to drink as a tea, which I do, and you can take the supplement the following day. You will be urinating more, so be careful with that, but it's a great way to flush all that extra inflammation out. Asparagus is also great to eat maybe a couple of times that following day because it also has that diuretic effect. Vitamin C, always on repeat. I take 2,000 milligrams a day on a regular basis, every single day, daily. Don't miss a day. We have my BCAA glutamine that is always on repeat as well. I take this powder, I pour it into water, and I drink it post-workout for muscle recovery. Does everyone need this? I would say if you don't train hard, no. This is for your hard, intense trainers, for your athletes or fitness, people that are into fitness at an athletic and at the rate of an athlete, right? If you just walk for exercise, no, I wouldn't. I'd save yourself the money. A couple of juice cleanses. You know that I always regularly do raw fountain. I actually did a couple of days of raw fountain prior to leaving for vacation, and I also took some of these on vacation with me. I do work with, well, I can't really say I work with raw fountain. They don't. Well, they do. They supply me with my juices because I promote them. So it's a great turnoff. I don't get any kickback if you purchase from Raw Fountain. If you get a juice cleanse, I don't get any commissions for that. But because so many of you do use the Raw Fountain juices and use my code, as of right now, they're very happy with that. So they will send me a box per month at my request. And so it's a great relationship because I love having days off from meal prepping and cooking. And I love my juicing days. I absolutely love them. Actually, the day that I filmed this, oh, sorry, that's a timer's going off to tell me it's time to have my next juice. Yeah, speak of the devil. Today, I'm actually juicing. I am drinking the Clean Juice line. Picked these up yesterday when Paul and I were on our way back from being out of town overnight. First time trying the Clean Juice. So far so good. I've had 2, so I'm gonna have 3 more today. Anyway, Clean Juice, I'll link their site. I don't know if they ship, But raw fountain, absolutely love the juices. And I do have a code, so there will be a link to get their website in the description box. You can use my code at checkout for a discount, but I really like to have the break. That's why I'm juicing today, is I have a full agenda. And just to have a day off is beautiful, and that's why I love to juice on occasion. And usually it's with raw fountain, but I do like trying other places, so that's the reason behind the juices. Okay, the other thing is apple cider vinegar with Mother. I swig a tablespoon of this every day. Stevia, I always put a packet in my coffee. Love the Chobani coffee creamer in vanilla. I also put this in my coffee. It is a lot of calories. It's 1 tablespoon is 30 calories, so you do have to be careful. There's also 4 grams of sugar. Right now I'm getting away with it because my diet is allowing for this. Would I say it's clean? No, but I'm on my own little path. I'm on my own little journey. This is my only indulgence every day, is I just really need my coffee to taste good. I did black with stevia for many, many years, and I don't know, for some reason, my coffee just quit tasting good. I couldn't choke it down, and I had to start foo-fooing it back up and glamorizing it. And so do I have to scale back later on in the day with calories as a result? Yeah, that's what comes with the territory. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Don't love it. Almond milk. I'm surprised I even have this because it's been a while, but may have just used it up. So almond milk would be something I've added in my coffee as well. Would be much lower in calories because 1 cup is 30 calories. Okay, my SD card just filled and that shuts my camera off. So I'm sure I was shut off mid-sentence, but I believe I was talking about the I threw it, where'd it go? I don't know, I threw it down. The almond milk. I think I was doing, so typically I'll do 1/3 cup of almond milk and then 1 tablespoon of the creamer. And then of course, I do have to make sure I cut back on those extra calories later on. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, and those that maintain their weight, we know this stuff. So go back to my weight maintenance video. I need to write that down to make sure I put that in there. Link it. I just got done drinking a juice too because that alarm went off. I don't know where I got cut off. Weight maintenance video that I had published, my video prior to this one. Okay, what is next? Trader Joe's Mushroom and Company multi-purpose umami seasoning blend. Always purchasing this on repeat. I talked about it extensively in my recent purchases video, so check that video out if you want to know how I got turned on to this awesome seasoning blend and how I use it. So check that video out. Canned chicken breast. Now, if you know me well, you know I'm not a big fan of red meat, like steak. It's just never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. I can eat like tacos if I make them. Now, I would never order tacos with beef at a restaurant. I always order fish tacos. But I can eat like burger depending on how it's made. But pretty much anything else in the beef family, I just don't like. I also don't care for chicken. Just everything about chicken, no. It's just, the texture, it's just so many things. I am a fish eater. When I was a child and we dined out, I only got fish. I either got fish or something that had no protein in it. It would be spaghetti with meat sauce. I just didn't like meat. So it's not for health reasons. I'm not against anything. It is preference. As a child, I ate fish, a lot of fish and chips. And even when I did go to fast food restaurants, I would eat fish. I would eat fish sandwich. But I did like Taco Bell as a teen, and that had ground beef in it. So anyway, I'm the same with chicken. I can't do chicken at a restaurant. How some people feel about fish is how I feel about chicken. If I do have chicken, I have to make it. And it can't be baked, it can't be done on the stove, it can't be in the oven. It has to be in the crock pot, and it has to be made by me. Or I could do rotisserie chicken, but I can do canned chicken. Yeah. And so to get my protein in, because I keep my protein grams high to get the results, the physique results that I desire, I have one of these cans pretty much every single day. So it's weird, can't explain it, but it is what it is. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Cream of rice cereal. This is what I eat. I eat 1 serving of this post-training every morning that I work out. Post-training, cream of rice cereal. And I put 1 tablespoon of cookies and cream protein powder in it, and I love it. And then I have 4 egg whites. So post-training, I really like to have protein and then heavy starchy carbs, even the fast digesting carbs like this, because when you're post-training and you work out as hard as I do, there's a great purpose for them. And then speaking of training, I used up my Sweet Sweat Workout Enhancer. This is the gel that I've talked about where I apply it on my stomach and then I put my waist trimmer on. I don't need to go into detail. I've talked about it before. You can always go to my fitness highlight on Instagram stories and I talk about it there. I believe I talked about it in my recent purchases video, a little bit more extensive, so check that out. That should be everything. So thank you for sitting through my empties for the month of July. Wow, I had a lot of things. I'm glad that I didn't wait for 2 months for this. Again, when you watch this video, I am still on vacation with the family. I think I was in the last video as well. So we are wrapping things up. We'll be back home, and I hope you've been watching on stories because I'm sure I've been sharing. And again, links to everything that I share with you today will be in the description box below, as well as outfit and beauty details. And always click on that top link in the corresponding blog post. Make sure you're checking me out on stories and make sure you look through all of those highlight bubbles. Also, every Friday, I send out a newsletter about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, give or take. And I share anything I purchased that week. Also, little tidbits about what's going on in the family, what's going on in my life. So if you want to know more about me and you want to know more items that I like and what I would recommend, make sure you are subscribed to the Friday newsletter, and links to everything, of course, will be down below. So thanks again for joining me. We'll see you right here soon on YouTube. Take care.